My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Elden Ring. We are here at Godric the Grafted's Site of Grace, where there is the option to talk to Melina, which I did not think was going to appear here. However, I do know that the next thing I have to do for Kenneth Haight is to arrest it at this Site of Grace. We'll also talk to Melina, see if there's anything interesting there.
Think not of the kindling. I shall see to that. All I ask of you is to make the journey to the snowy mountaintops of the giants. I know I'm asking you to commit a cardinal sin, but it must be done to reach the path beyond, and that is the path I wish to travel. What is your mind?
Nothing in particular, but having now rested here, I believe we should now be set for Kenneth Haight to allow us to pursue the correct line of lineage of Lord of Limgrave. Had to make sure that I checked that one as well. Like, what's Kenneth's next step? What is it? Because I thought it was killing Morgoth, and apparently that's part of it, but apparently there's more. Kenneth, what do you have to say? I rested at a Site of Grace that I was never going to go back to. Kenneth? Did you go for safety? Have you fled, Kenneth? But I've just become the rightful Lord. The rightful heir of the Lord? I'm the Lord's wig. I'm the right heir for the Lord. What? Okay. Well, I'm actually kind of surprised by that. As long as I survive, it's good enough. Okay, he's not even shown as being here on the map anymore. Which might just mean he's in a location I haven't seen. Standing out here on the, outside the old ramparts. Not particularly a well-defended position, bud. Not your most strategic choice. It's like literally only this room left. Well. That's a problem. Where's he gone? A different stretch of the ramparts up at the very end? There's just not that much of this fort to hide in. Also, I thought it was Kenneth Haight, not Kenneth Hyde. What are you doing here, buddy? Not near the end. Well, I've lost track of the great Sir Kenneth Haight. Let's see if we can figure out where he would be. So if resting at the Godric the Grafted site is related, it's possible, I guess, that he spawns in the throne room behind that. Another option is that he has made his way to the Roundtable Hold. I don't think that's going to be likely, because this place is full of Tarnished, and he, well, he could barely hold his tongue about the Tarnished. It might be an idea, however, to talk to Nepheli here, though. So let's go and do that. Wouldn't make any sense to miss out on the quest line for the great Kenneth Height. Still doing good. Just making sure she's still fine. I'll see if there's any weapons I can upgrade at the moment. Even okay. Yes, they both moved. Yes.
Well, I took you no matter. It's lay out your arms then.
Okay, I could use the 7s with the Clawmark Seal, but that's the same thing we've been denying earlier so that I can get the Great Club up higher, faster, better, and stronger. Okay, where would they be? I will check the obvious location of Godric the Grafted. After that, I think I might just progress. Yes! Yes! Oh, yes! This is exactly what... This is basically perfect. If I can't sit on the throne, please let my favorite character do it. And they're being given the ability to do by my other favorite character.
Ah, nice to see you after so long. Safe and sound, I take it, yes? Ah, quite. I have indeed selected a new ruler. Lady Nepheli is strong and just, worthy of the burden of Limgrave's lineage. Such is the sincere opinion of I, Kenneth Height, no less. For the time being, I share command of the castle with my lady. But I plan on returning to my fort afterwards, at which time I can fulfill my old promise by raising you to the glory of knighthood. I hope it is just as wonderful as you imagine.
I am not even going to look for Nepheli's take on this just yet. I need to immortalize this moment. Okay, hang on. I'm not standing in the right spot. I want like a front on. There we go. Look at the composition of that. Ugh. And furthermore, we can even see Gostock over there on the left, just hanging out, just peeking over the corner, as he might. Hey, Nepheli.
It's been some time. I must thank you for your aid. I told Father I would be with him no longer. I remembered the vow I took when I first became a warrior, so many moons ago. This land is much like the one from which I hail. I will call upon the storm to drive away the foulness that has settled on the winds. Again, I am Nepheli Lu, warrior. Some call me by the title of Lady, but I remain the same woman underneath, though I have now abandoned my former guidance. I cannot express how much you've helped me.
Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone?
Should you become Elden Lord, I would gladly lighten your burden. Farewell, fellow warrior. I will remain to summon the storm, but your guidance and your fight surely lie elsewhere.
This is incredible.
I will remain, but your guidance surely lies.
I am so glad that we actually managed to persist through to putting a good soul on a throne. Oh god, she's gonna die, isn't she? Gostock, are you gonna kill her?
Ah, you is it? Haven't seen your mug in quite some time. As you can see, I'm the new lady's attendant. Freedom was worth squat. Besides, I like it round here. Lady Nepheli still fair of heart and countenance.
Still fair of heart and countenance.
Still, I have the lady's trust, so I can loot all the corpses I like. I'll let you take a look at the goods if you fancy.
Another Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone reinforces armaments up to plus 25. A smithing stone made by polishing a golden gravel stone. A scale of the Ancient Dragon Lord and hidden treasure of Farum Azula. Strengthens armaments up to plus 25. The Ancient Dragon Lord's seat is said to lie beyond time. This stone lightly twists time, allowing the creation of a weapon capable of slaying a god. That seems so cool. I don't need it right now, but... Oh man, I couldn't even... I don't even have the ability to sell to him, so yeah, I wouldn't even be able to afford it.
For the time being, at which time by raising you, I hope it...
Yep, and all of that plays out pretty much exactly as we might have otherwise assumed. So, yeah. I guess it does make sense that if he was looking to put anyone on the throne of Limgrave, he would probably come here to this bonfire directly outside the throne of Limgrave. Yeah, that's okay. Maybe I should have been able to, figure that out myself. But he could have gone anywhere. There's a lot of castles. So that, I think, is as far as I can push that questline at all at the moment. So what we're looking for now is what we'd previously said we were looking for. And that's a little bit more exploration here in Limgrave. I do have the ability to exit Limgrave now to the east. Over there I'll find possibly in the Eastern Altus Plateau the Divine Tower for getting Morgoth's Great Rune active. Devoid of any benediction. Okay, cool. Where have I done the least? It's difficult because, like, this whole area, well, I guess save the water. It's pretty non-linear and has a lot of verticality, so it's difficult for me to really keep track. Over there. Like, there have to be buildings, like straight up buildings that I just haven't entered yet. In fact, I imagine there's probably many. Is this one? Ah. I think not. I can see enemies over in the distance. I can see how they would send that dragon again in order to get back to the top. And I think a lot of this lower area has already been completely cleared out when I was attempting to do the sewers. So there's a passage through a doorway over there as well, which I'm not certain if I've taken yet. I think maybe there are different enemies here at night also. Seem to be a lot more corpses and a lot fewer standard soldiers. Huh. Whoa, okay. Definitely haven't been in here before. And there is a way up. Love it. And I found the standard soldiers. They're all hanging out in here for once. Perfect. Take a Foggerbloom, a dagger, and some clarifying boluses. Ooh. Oh, just a stone sword key. Neat. That's fine. I don't think the corpse is going to climb up here. And that item over there is almost certainly just going to be a mushroom on a corpse, because it was dropped from the enemy. Another one of the old Denofts there, I think. Yeah, did not open from that side previously, but immediately up here is another side of grace. Apparently didn't have the ability to teleport there for a second, as we were being pursued. Okay. So I do want to get back up here, which we literally just came back down from. I sought up that tower and did not find the ability to get through. There is the giant open area, which which I'll point out in just a second when I'm not scrambling. And then the third pops you down. Fourth one's just fun. And largely for the iframes. Damn it. I was pretty certain I'd chosen an exact optimal angle and swing that I was just going to be able to knock him away. Leaving myself very low on endurance at all times here, basically. This is not good. Can't take too many hits like that. Entry Surcoat. Seem to be some archers over in the corner going off on me as well. Another good reason to try and get ourselves iframes. We can look for the archer that's fighting us without any difficulty of taking damage from it. Ah, okay. So I've half explored this area. Because I remember looting that corpse right there. I remember the battle that I had with all of the enemies coming out of it as well. But I clearly didn't go out to the left. To the right at the time, left it there. Tarnished gold sunflower. That's a perfumer there, but if I can manage that jump, probably a stone sword key or a rune arc in it for me. But possibly a perfumer's cookbook. So I can never really dismiss it. Ah, hello. Good to see you, beast. Wow. I did not... Okay, that is absurd damage negation that the perfumer just gave the beast there. Sorry, bud. Get a somber smithing stone, 2 old fangs, some beast blood, a hell of a lot of lag, and the end of the perfumer. Single perfumer's hood, as well as 5 altus blooms to their name. I've seen that from a height. Yes, okay. So, that's the Erd Tree Sanctuary. So, I've climbed up one of these branches of the Erd Tree, but this whole area on the inside, I didn't explore. I got to the Erd Tree and I went up, exploring this general area as well as this. I do also want to go back to Goldmask, maybe? See what's going on over there. Rune 10 and a Hero Rune 2. Huge amount of runes in those. So this is largely the end of our exploration here on this side. Otherwise, we're going to have to go around. So I think I'm comfy doing that. But I could also just teleport to and come down from the Erd Tree Sanctuary. So I might take this opportunity to see if I can collect... I'm not going to be able to jump that far. That's just not possible for me. How are we going to get that? I mean, it shows you the area from which it kind of expects you to be dropping. The other side. Hang on. Can I do this? I'm trying to run and jump while... Okay, never mind. Completely cannot. Is the answer? Sorry, buddy. You're gonna need an air tree bow if you want to do it correctly to me. I was wondering why I was suddenly wielding a second sword. Nope. Just it's protruded with one. Yeah, maybe it's just jumping down from a much higher area to get there. I guess jumping down from the upper canopy of this onto the arrow and then running the arrow up. One thing we have found is just a cheeky little descent. Oh. There's... The hell's there? Why? Protecting the item directly under it. Did I must have already cleared that part of the sewer. Because that corpse under the hand does not have an item. Also, I think I remember looting something from basically directly under a big hand. Ah, right. Unlocking another path through. So we can use the lower capital church in order to come back up to the main way much more easily. And the height of this is not really going to help me in any way. Like, that's the Omen Killer there. I've fully explored this area. I'm quite confident in that one. So, now with confidence in that one, and having dropped down here specifically so that I could access the top of the Erd Tree Sanctuary and run down, let's access the top of the Erd Tree Sanctuary and run down. Seems the only sensible follow-up. Pop the Omen King as well. Oh, wow. I'll tell you, I was expecting to pop a couple there and have that complete. Cash in my new level. But we're actually still a fair bit off, and it looks like we'll still be a fair bit off for a fair bit. Oops. Unfortunately, I didn't exactly know how many I was going to get from the Hero Rune 2, nor the Remembrance. Both of those I was hoping for something closer to about a 50,000. Oh, God. Yep. I saw that was going to happen as soon as I got off balance there and they started to strike before I could jump back up. It's okay. It's very close to a Site of Grace. There's no way I lose this. Right? You know, I'll tell you, there is no way I lose this if I go into battle doing these. There you go. One down. Two down. Well, same shot, two down, in fact. Three down. I love this cannon. I don't use it a huge amount of the time, but oh my god, when I do, it just feels great. It's so slow and powerful. Oh, it's so good. I'll take that. Now, I do want a safe-ish drop down to that bottom area. This looks like it. There is at least one item down here. Wait. I almost feel like I already did this to come and collect the item, but I've sworn I saw it from the other side over with the old beast and the perfumer. I guess if nothing else, Miranda powder is kind of good. Okay, there we go. There's the item. Is the gathering of three of them here meant to tell me something about, like, a disguised anything? I'm not going to put a large amount of effort into that because it's a little tenuous, but it could have. Swing Stone 6. Just a little bit lower than what I wanted. Okay, so the other paths out of the Erd Tree Sanctuary. Did I ever check the left side out of here? I think it's entirely possible I didn't. Silver smithing stone 5. Interesting. So there's another. If this is a symmetrical area, then that means this is illusory. It's not, but it was a good lead, I think, even if it didn't pan out. The grave tenders have come back, so they aren't just unique enemies down there. I'll drop over to that, I'll drop over to that. Down there is back towards where the gargoyle was that dropped the gargoyle halberd. Wouldn't be surprised if this was, again, just back access to an area. In fact, it definitely looks like it is. Perfect. So I have a couple other beads still as well to follow, but this looks like this is going to get me the shiny that I was looking for previously, in fact. And yeah, the gargoyle didn't respawn, so that was unique. Makes sense as well, because it did drop its item directly into my inventory. Hello! Regression alone reveals secrets. Regression alone. We return up here? Wait, hang on. There's no... I spare me the ring. Can't see as you wish. Oh, no, I thought. No. Regression a lot. Because... Oh, okay. I was about to say, how am I going to get the lift up to the top and then stay on the bottom, right? So regression has occurred. Regression alone reveals secrets. So this is a statue of Radagon. The statue of Radagon reveals, or sorry, was made to reveal Radagon's secret. Can't see a huge amount on the back side of the statue. Regression alone, regression. So to return, regression. It says reveal secrets, right? And it's before the statue. So we're trying to solve a puzzle that reveals the secret of the statue. That much is clear. Regression. Regression. So, inner order? No. Dejection? Regression. So, like, what about, like, regression of humans, right? So, like, devolution? Is there something animalistic here? Rallying cry, strength, bravo, warm welcome. Regression. I don't even seem to have the ring. So, like, the regression here being the return of the ring. No? Okay. I mean, is it gonna... Rapture. Dozing cross-legged. Fire sperming. What do you want? Reverential bow? I could try erudition. I could try rapture. I could try other ones that look like they've done anything. Not in thought, triumphant delight, jump for joy. No. Okay, so if it's an emote, I haven't got it. Regression. I just don't know how else I would communicate with the game. Because it's an open world non-linear game. How do you want me to demonstrate regression? The first place I went to might have been the last place you thought I was going to go to. So if you think of it in terms of like flags that have to be triggered for something to occur. I'll get that sooner or later. Let's start off by taking you seriously, because you are serious. And if I don't take you seriously, you'll take me out seriously. Oh, thank you. I was about to say, I think my voice damage might just be there, but it really depends on whether or not they manage to shed any of it. Okay, I can still hear it. Oh, so it's come up here to flee? Will it specifically flee us? Okay, yeah, that was totally unnecessary. Especially considering I now know how to do these. Give me this. Do that. And then as soon as it comes back down this way, it will feel pain. Got it. Barrier of gold we pick up. Thank you again to the commenter who pointed out that I could use that in that way. Barrier of gold. Barrier of gold. Erdtree once flourished in abundance, yet it was overly... Okay, cool. The incantation was used by the champions of the Erdtree in the First and Second Liurnian Wars, during which the red-haired Radagon joined the heroes' ranks. So he and Queen Marika took out, or were fighting against Renala? So he was fighting effectively against his ex-wife? After mastering her magics, he mastered an incantation for countering her magics and then came back to claim the rest. There's a decent amount of opportunities here for me to jump off to something, but it's whether or not it will provide something afterwards. I should also actually check if I'm missing some obvious door entry up here, because I'm probably not going to want to return if it looks like it's fully a dead end. Yeah. I guess only really if I see an item with only the ability to drop down from to it from here, would I end up back here. That said, are you a door? Well, if you are, I can't access you. But this, I can. You're kidding me. You actually won't allow me to jump over this? What? I need... But, I'd solved it. Oh, there we go. Stone Sword Key. I was 100% right. It was my first guess as to what was going to be there. This is the catacombs. The catacombs are way deeper down. Queen's Bedchamber. Tree Sanctuary. Queen's Bedchamber. Queen's Bedchamber? This was the Queen's Bedchamber. Hang on. I didn't clock it as that at the time. Ridiculous amount of graves here. Just stacked high and ready to go out. Lots of written... Well, I guess these stone tablets don't necessarily have to be tombstones. It doesn't necessarily look like there's anything to find or learn from this. So that exit is going directly out, up, and to the entrance of the air tree, which I have no access to. And then this, I think, will only go directly back as well. Yep. To where we just came from. Just making sure. So another one of the paths down from here that I wanted to take was effectively just the long way down. Actually, might already have enough souls as well. Effectively just the entire way down to the kind of like ashen bottom. Oh wow, it's gonna be close, but I don't think I have it. Wait, do I? That should be enough. And we'll be boring and just pop that in vinegar again. I don't want to hold on to it for too long and miss out. And again, it's always kind of just a safety play of like, I always know I'm going to want more bigger. There's no point at which I'm going to be like, actually, I'm fine, thanks. I'd like to have less health. Well, okay, there might be a point at which I end up doing that, but it's not going to be my first run through. Certainly not with this build. Three in a row! Oh, yes! I knew there was a reason to be using these piercing ballista bolts. One shot, 3 kills. Way more efficient than Windmaker. Oh, I didn't even want to line that up further because I thought it was already going to do it. Honestly, the only thing that this costs me is going back and buying more ballista bolts from time to time. Which is not enough of a cost to stop me from doing this consistently. Alright. So I did want to check in with Gold Mask, but I also did just want to ride one of these all the way to the bottom. It's probably easiest, if I'm being real, to check in with Gold Mask first. Except for the fact that I don't have the ability to control my horse right now. Which would make this just a whole lot easier. Okay, then up and around on this will get us to Gold Mask. I also wonder if maybe Corrin or Gold Mask might be specifically interested in any of the new incantations I picked up. Or even just the information that the fingers themselves are also
static. Was that you? Yes, the master is still ceased, and after coming all this way, why now, of all times?
about the noble gold mask.
Who exactly was Radigan? The master is stumped. His finger has remained still ever since Radigan's name was discovered. But oh, how important could it really be? The Erd Tree, heart of the Golden Order, lies before our very eyes. Why must these qualms come to you now? We were on the very cusp.
I think it might trigger some dialogue in Corrin, so I'm going to give Corrin the Golden Order Principia.
This is a volume of incantation. It's good to see your enthusiasm. Indeed, I will happily take it off your hands.
Radigan's Rings of Light create Gold Ring of Light to attack wide area. One of the incantations of the Golden Order Fundamentalists, a gift of gratitude, to the young Mikella from his father Radigan. Huh? Produces a Golden Ring of Light and fires it across a wide area, charging enhances range, and yet the young Mikella abandoned fundamentalism, for it could do nothing to treat Melania's accursed rot. This was the beginning of unalloyed gold. And Law of Regression! Regression? Incantation of the Golden Order Fundamentalist, one of the key fundamentals, heals or negative statuses, dispels special effects, and reveals mimicry in all of its forms. The fundamentalists describe the Golden Order through the powers of regression and causality. Regression is the pull of meaning, and all things yearn eventually to converge. That's... But they want me to have 37 int. It's also an incantation that is cast exclusively with int. No faith requirement. None at all. It is unique in that way, I think. I can't think of a single other one that has that same requirement. Some of them require a little bit of int as well, you know, Radigan's Ring of Light. Which would also make sense, right? Because Radigan had learned from Renala earlier sorceries. So, you know, int involvement makes sense. Am I gonna have to respec my character 2 times in order to use this? I'm just... The battle I am currently having is... This seems like it has to be the solution. But... when the game gave me a spear, the Serpent Spear, Serpent Sword, Serpent Greatsword, the Serpent slaying whatever the heck that we used in the Praetor Rickard fight, that specifically had no attributes required. As if it was trying to make sure, hey, because you have to do this, we'll make it fine. We'll make it easy on you. Which, if that was something that FromSoftware were intentionally specifically doing, is kind of, incongruent, I guess, with the idea of respecking 2 times to get 37 int and then dropping it back down. Also, int. I'm a barbarian. Barbarian can't think. Barbarian thump. Instead. I'm not gonna... Yeah, there's no way I have anything. Let me go slay a couple of things. I'll slay the Albinorics that don't want to fight me. Sorry, not sorry. Because I will need 10,000 here. I believe there's a grave tender. Yes, over there in the distance. Hello. I'm going to open up this fight with a good one. You ready? Huh, huh, huh. It knocks him over. It's so mean. Sorry, bud. We are ever so close now. I think there's another grave tender. but not further around this way. I think it's actually further down the mountain at this point, unfortunately. Yeah, because we had to sneak past one of you to get here. Okay, we'll do that. I'm gonna get the Law of Regression. I also do want to get the other incantation as well. Well, we can't afford to miss. Wow, they hyper armored through my first attack. Now they've done a barbarian roar, and now they're actually hitting for damage? They knocked me away. Hang on, this is not how this is supposed to go. Sorry, bud. I'll make it quick, though. I didn't make it quick enough. You saw he flexed in agony after his death. Let's go take this Law of Regression, and then I think I might set myself up by teleporting to the Queen's bedchambers. Bedchambers? No, that's the one we just came from. The Queen's... Queen of the Full Moon. Ah, the Grand Library.
Did you need?
I did indeed. Can I have Law of Regression, please? And Gold Mask still won't talk to us. That tracks. So for now, I'm going to get my way to the Grand Library and end the episode there. Next episode, we'll look into whether or not that is going to do anything for us, and whether or not a barbarian can truly handle having slightly higher than 7 int at any period of time. For the moment, my name's Rhapsody. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves. Special thanks this episode to Yannick, and we will see you next time.